A common question we always have for ourselves is, how do I know I'm doing well? How do I know that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is happy with me? How do I know that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala loves me? And being able to read, the signs of life, the gauges of life is a very important skill set. And it's one of those things that demarcates the thinking Muslim, the correct Muslim from the Muslim that does not understand, and unfortunately creates havoc and all of these things that we're suffering from today. What are the signs? One of the signs is what we call in Arabic tawfiq, Allah's grace, that it's become easier for you to pray. I didn't pray before, but now I pray. I was not able to wake up for Fajr before, now I do. Now I do without even an alarm. I just naturally wake up. That's tawfiq. Allah has given you that grace. He's made that easy for you. I used to never fast, now I fast. I used to fast, but I struggle, now the fast is easy. So it gets easier. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He says about the prayer specifically, إِنَّهَا لَكَبِيرَةٌ إِلَّا عَلَى الْخَاشِعِينَ. It's difficult except for the person that has, ikhlas, except for the person that is pure and sincere in their approach of prayer. So when you find your religious life, meaning the acts of devotion and worship, becoming easier, and you're doing more of it, and there's an increase, then that's a sign of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's favor, love, happiness. Another sign would be preventing you from sin. So I used to sin, I used to do X all the time. Now not only do I not do X, but I don't really care about it. So it's not even part of your consciousness. You've made tawbah and you've moved on. Or even oddly, you would try to do something, but you're prevented from doing it. And you might even be mad that you didn't do it, but at the end you didn't do that wrong thing. That prevention of falling in from sin, that's also Allah's sign. It's a sign for you. See, Allah is telling you, I'm here, I'm watching, etc. Come back, those type of things. So prevention of sin. Complete reliance on Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is another sign. So I used to be anxious, but now I have faith, I have courage. My reliance is with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. I'm not fearful anymore. Allah's got my back. That kind of attitude. The more you have of that, where does that come from? Well, it comes from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So that's from Allah's sign, Allah's favor, Allah's happiness, Allah's love, etc. So these are some of the signs, that you can negotiate and you can interpret in your own life and read in your own life. And the fact that you have this question in the first place is a question, the fact that we ask ourselves this question is a good sign, because we want to always make sure I'm doing the right thing. It means that concern is there. If you didn't have that concern, you would be heedless. That's what we call ghafla, which is even lower, because you don't even know, you're not aware of your own ignorance, compounded ignorance. But the fact that you ask the question, that you're concerned, that you want to know what the answer is, in and of itself is a sign that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is giving you that grace, that tawfiq. Wallahu a'lam.